everybody, welcome back to the KSR YouTube channel. It is Sunday of LS Fest 2022. We actually got some sleep last night. We're getting rained on right now, but you can hear the old hot rod in the background warming up. Will and Kim are getting the door on it, CJ airing the tires up. In limbo of whether or not we're going to actually get to race. Kind of think we've got an okay shot at doing well. The last run was looking like it was going to be something in the low 480s until I bumped the trans brake button and reset the boost curve. It didn't apply the trans brake because I had that locked out in the Holley, but I did not have the boost ramp and the two-step locked out when I hit the trans brake button. Now we do, so it's not going to do that again, but we got some racing to go do. And last night, the ladder showed us racing Nate first round. Now the ladder is totally different this morning. Oh well. So, like I said, right now it's raining. So maybe we're gonna pull it back in the trailer. I don't know. Stay tuned to see what happens. Well, short video. They called the race. So I don't even know what all we've got in the show, but we're gonna probably put out this little 5-minute video just so you guys know what happened. And I would assume they're gonna split the money up because it was $2,000 to win, and then it trickled down, pay less between you know, second place and then third and fourth. But we're gonna get ourselves back on the road to Florida. That means I can probably go to work tomorrow. Just like that. So we got everything, at least the Lexus is strapped down, but we need to roll that car out, which I think they're doing now to put the door back on it. Oh, they didn't move the something, maybe? I don't know. Oh, soccer mom. So, we'll get ourselves back on the road for Florida. Hopefully avoid any of this weather that looks like it's happening south of us, and see you guys back in the shop probably for Tuesday. So got somebody bringing us a Corvette drift car to dyno on Tuesday. You guys might know who I'm talking about. See you then. All right, well, surprise, we're back at the shop. Me and Kimber got here kind of early-ish. Got back home last night about 1 o'clock in the morning after the rain out. This Florida heat hits differently than Kentucky heat, because we've been chilling up there, you know, in like Central America. Crunch. And we are sweating like crazy. Just got a UPS delivery. Gotta show you guys what's in that trailer here soon. Probably not this video, but we gotta get these things unloaded. Will's on his way with the trailer to take soccer mom back out of here. And oh, our parachute pin fell out. Good thing that didn't shoot out. I guess we wound the spring in though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Cool deal, they made it home. All right, we're gonna unload. right, well, we got that one loaded back up in the box. And yeah, I did a little, just had to make sure everything was just right.
Safety burnout.
Safety burnout, that's right. She's perfect. But I did notice that, ooh, looks like I might better get her back inside.
You want it here?
But not yet, so we can close that up for now. So this tire doesn't leave the same tread as this one. And maybe that's part of the reason why it destroyed the fender so bad. You can see that tire is kicked in quite a bit. I mean, that one's kicked in quite a bit too, but that's the old road race setup in the car. But maybe we need to try and do something to bring that bottom in or push the top out.
Zero toe, zero toe.
Yeah, get some camber out of it. Get the toe pointed where the tires are pointed straight ahead so that we can do better burnouts. But I'm happy to report that the car appears to have survived with no problems. The belt stayed on it. Alternator did not blow up. It still makes oil pressure. Just good things everywhere. So as soon as Will leaves with Soccer Mom, I'll pull Lexus into the shop over here, maybe give it a look over, and the road race Lexus is back there, so we'll probably load it in the trailer and then load the other burnout car Lexus in and park it back in its spot on the other side of the building so that we can have our parking lot back. And then I'm gonna get into that trailer, but like I said, not today. Got some other things to show you guys in the shop. So let's get in there and check out some new toys. All right, well, I'm back first thing at the shop on Tuesday morning. Monday kind of just turned into a train wreck with rain, unloading the cars, moving stuff around, trying to get plugged back into the projects we're working on here. Kind of didn't film a whole lot of it, but figured I'd walk you through and show you the things that I intended to show you yesterday. But yeah, coming back in, got us another fresh set of tires for the Lexus burnout car. It's the first time we tried new tires on it, and it popped them in like 55 seconds. So, gonna have to make them last a little longer for the Cletus and Car stuff. Talking to Nick that has the burnout van, which you guys should check out his social media stuff. He had told me that tires don't last as long on asphalt versus concrete, so maybe they last a little bit longer at the Freedom Factory. But I guess we'll have to try it and find out. I see people coming in. Looks like Eddie and CJ are just getting here. We got us a fresh set of Mickey Thompson drag radials for Soccer Mom. It's the only tire we will run on Soccer Mom. Morning.
Morning.
Wake up.
Wow.
I usually get here, usually before the guys, but
Build some race cars.
Oh, off the script stuff, always fun. One other thing that I forgot to mention is Drew's not back yet. He's flying back from, or he flew back from New York last night. Guess he'll be here sometime today. But him and Lee won the Trans Am race, in at least won their class at the Trans Am race up at Watkins Glen. Last lap, last corner pass. It was pretty awesome. It was in the rain. They almost missed the grid for the race because they were getting rain tires put on that morning and a tire got put on wrong. And so they had to rush over to Pirelli to get the tire swapped to the correct tire. Just somebody made a mistake, happens. And they barely made it back to grid, had to start dead last in the whole race, and were able to pick through the field. Some cautions helped, but last lap, last corner pass to take the win at Watkins Glen in the rain. Really exciting for that. I'm sure he's super excited about it. When I was talking to him, they were all super excited about it because it's a big deal winning at Watkins Glen. So had a big weekend for KSR, both at LS Fest and up at Watkins Glen at the Trans Am race. Let's go show you some of the other stuff we're doing. So some stuff we got to show you inside the shop. We got us a new plasma cutter, so that's exciting. We've had one, the one that I've had, it was like 10 years old. So got us an HTP Microcut 45, and it's got a little attachment on it that's kind of funny looking. Well, more about that here in a few minutes. Got something else to show, another tool. This is just cool new shop stuff. new toys we've been buying and accumulating, all kinds of fun stuff. So you guys have seen us use the bender that we had that was kind of on the homemade stand, and it was an okay bender. We built a lot of cool stuff with it. But we have upgraded to a Rogue Fab bender, and we did a few test bends with this thing, and it is really nice. Makes some super nice bends. Actually clamps the tube in these, so you get very repeatable, like down to the exact bend starts. And as you can imagine, when you are doing, say, a main hoop, you know, if you've got these bends you're following across, well, what would happen with our other bender is the tube would shift in the bender just a little bit as it was tightening up, and it wouldn't do exactly what we needed to do. Now, yeah, it was close, so we can kind of make it work, but trying to make things really nice and very repeatable, because maybe there's some production stuff coming later down the road. Maybe, we'll see. Like a bender like this will repeat extremely accurately because you can grab it in the clamp and it doesn't move. So that's pretty exciting there. We also got their Versa notcher, which right now we've welded up the rack for it and gonna send it out to have it powder coated. And then all the die sets, like you can see the dies down there, that's one of the dies. There's a die in there. We've got a couple more die sets in here. But all that stuff that's in there, so we can do lots and lots of different bends, and they all be very repeatable. Of course, we got the burnout car in here. Little boat on the fender. Certainly wasn't expecting that. But some of the Australian guys have been commenting on the other videos and said we should fill the quarter panels with concrete. Okay, might be an option. So one of the things I was thinking of doing was actually putting a really thick metal inner fender, like 1/4 inch, 3/16, something really thick, so when the carcass gets to flopping around in there, it doesn't do that to the quarter, because that kind of stinks. And I think part of the reason for that, which I think I mentioned earlier, is the car's got a lot of rear camber, which that's just how the geometry worked out with this thing being as low as it is. So we're gonna modify the rear suspension to straighten the tire back up. And the reason I think it contributed to blowing the belt off the way it did is it ripped the belt diagonally across it, because it only really completely destroyed the tire on the inside. Out here there was still tread left on the tires that we popped. So inside was all the way through to the cords, and then out here was a little bit of tread left. So it's definitely not wearing the tire equally. Only problem with that is if we put more tread on the ground, she might not do as good a burnout, because I won't be able to get the wheel speed because there's more tire on the ground. Things we're gonna have to figure out. So Rob's Capri Stang, Crappy Stang, whatever, I don't know, whatever we call it, it's ready to go back on the dyno, so we'll be getting that on the dyno probably later today. And actually no, because Taylor Ray's coming today. He should be here in like 30 minutes. So that'll be another video that you guys will have to watch and wait for. Yeah, Taylor Ray, and then we've got another LS Turbo Camaro coming this afternoon. It's an engine we built for a local guy, and gonna see if we can punch both of them over 1,000 horsepower at the tires. I think they should both do it pretty easily, but stay tuned for the next videos to find out. So you can see the guys got the 4-link tacked up in Spencer's car for us to bend the bar. Did you get working on that bar yesterday?
No, I'm still trying to do the 90 degree.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. So one of the things we have to do with this bender is all tubing has some form of spring back. like say you bend it to 90 degrees on the, you know, on the degree wheel, but just because you're bending steel, it will spring back. So to work in our program that we use to, you know, determine what bend angles we need, we have to do a measure on that so that we can then add it into the program, which then it will automatically calculate what we need to bend it to so that it springs back to the perfect angle of bend. I think that all makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Eddie's working on getting Grant's NC Miata tuned up. A few minor changes here and there. Why did he want to lower that? Like,
he doesn't use a lift pump in the tank. He uses some...
Oh, that vacuumy thing.
Something. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's above me. But he wants to go lower as well, so I'm going to lower it even more.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's the high pressure pump, and then what that does is it allows them to suck all the fuel out of the tank. And like Eddie was saying, Grant's got this little trick Venturi thing that uses high pressure fuel to draw the low pressure out of the stock tank. It's weird, but apparently it works. And I think we're working on a relocating the alternator or something, possibly. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna move the alternator to eliminate a couple of pulleys. The theory is we're eliminating some failure points, but working on that, and also got to get some more work done on his Corvette, which it doesn't look like a lot's changed. And really, a lot hasn't. We've been busy doing other stuff and need to get back on this so we can get the thing out to powder coat. One more toy to show you, which I don't have it set up, but we ran it the other day and it was really cool. But we will show you here in a little bit. So the attachment that I showed you for on the plasma cutter, and this is one thing about this thing that's so cool. This is a CNC plasma machine. So this is called an arc Droid. And you see how nice it tucks out of the way? Because I've been wanting a plasma table for a long time, but yeah, we don't have room for, you know, even a 4x4 plasma table. Sure, I could probably make some room, but this thing works out great because pretty much all the stuff we need to plasma cut is small pieces. Tabs, brackets, different things like that. This thing here is pretty sweet. So you center it all up, get everything bolted down real nice. You can even bolt it on top of the material, clamp it down to the material that you're about to cut, and do all your stuff, your setup. It automatically zeroes the plasma torch and it'll cut whatever it is that you want to cut. So it also has you see this has the same attachment here. This is a tracing pin. So if you want to trace out, you know, a bracket or something that you've used CAD to design, and by CAD I mean cardboard aided design, you can do the real CAD too. But for us in here, we'll make templates and stuff out of cardboard or manila envelope or something like that to figure out what bracket we need, and then we can trace it with the Arc Droid tracer, which that's probably not the correct term for it. Sorry, Arc Droid. But then we can trace it, follow it right into the program, and cut it right out of metal. And that's pretty cool. We can do some pretty neat stuff with, you know, maybe cutting our logo into things and making little brackets and stuff, and it'll look nice, and it will also be repeatable. So if we want to maybe make some low run production stuff, we can do that. But I think that's probably going to wrap up this video. It's been kind of a long little clip here. I'm looking at it right now and it's 11 minutes, blah, blah, blah. So thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned in the next couple of days for the video of Taylor Ray's Corvette. Hopefully it all goes well, because that's a pretty big, big profile project. So thanks again for watching. See you guys next time. Must be a little artist automatic.
accidentally put an artifact in there and was playing around with the trace.
Gotcha. Boy, that sucker puts off some heat. Looks like we could probably turn the speed up on it, maybe?
Probably.
And it's about to go clink.